Hello, my name is Martha Bond. I'm a certified yoga therapist and teacher. The teachings of yoga have evolved and flourished over thousands of years. In recent history, science has proven many of the benefits yoga has to offer. A regular yoga practice will improve strength, stability, range of motion, as well as increase lung capacity and oxygen uptake. Studies have also shown that a regular yoga practice will decrease stress response, anxiety, and promote mental clarity. Having said that, the most effective yoga practices are designed and adapted to meet your individual needs, interest, and stage in life. Since we don't have the benefit of personal evaluation in this setting, it's important that you honor your boundaries. So listen carefully, not only to my words, but to the feedback of your own experience. If something instinctively doesn't feel right or you experience any pain or lightheadedness, stop where you are and evaluate what you're doing. This program will not take the place of being in the presence of a qualified teacher, nor is it meant to replace medical treatment. Learning any new activity takes practice. Consistency is the key to developing a healthier, happier, and whole existence through the practice of yoga. Welcome and thanks for joining me today. Our practice today will be conducted completely from a chair. So make sure that you have a chair that doesn't have wheels, doesn't swivel, and preferably without arms, something nice and sturdy where you'll feel safe. So come to this seated position, and even though we're seated, we're going to practice Tadasana, is traditionally practiced standing. It means mountain pose, but we can still apply a lot of those elements here. We'll have our feet about as wide as our hips. And when I say that, I mean that place where the femurs come out of the hip socket, okay? And the knees would be bent at 90 degrees, and the feet are going to be parallel, so maybe you can look forward and just check that out. Good, now notice your feet. See if you can feel all four corners of the feet firmly planted into the floor. Good, and you might even begin to notice that the calf muscles or the shin muscles are becoming active in this pose. Now moving your attention up into the hip area. Just notice, see if you're tilted forward or back, or maybe you have a little asymmetry, side to side. See if you can find a balanced position in neutral. Good, and once you do that, you may begin to notice that the thighs help support that, the abdominals help to support that. Nice, so we're on our way to a neutral spine, which is where we want to be when we begin and end all of our poses. So finding neutral spine and neutral seated position, having the shoulders back over the hips. Allow the neck to lengthen just a little bit, like your head were floating right over your heart, and your shoulders are now balanced over your hips. Good, let's take the right hand to about the heart or just to the chest, and the left hand to the belly. So we're going to think about our breath now. We take it for granted, it happens, we don't pay attention to it until we can't breathe very well. So let's use what we have and really try to expand the lungs and become aware of our breathing. So as we breathe, we think of actually relaxing the diaphragm. And if you soften this area as you inhale, then the belly can expand a little bit, and that's fine. So don't think of being all tight here. We want to actually expand and fill the lungs completely. Good, so as you inhale, notice this. Inhale into the upper chest. Let the ribs expand, the belly soften and expand. And on the exhale, let's start belly first. So maybe think of drawing the belly button back, letting the ribs contract, and then the chest just returns to neutral. Good, so try that one again. Inhaling. One more time. Good, so stay with that breathing pattern. We can relax our hands down now that we have an idea of the direction of the breath. Now we can focus a little bit more on control if you're ready for the next step. It's really, you're just using sort of your whisper muscles, the muscles kind of behind this little dip in the throat here, and you contract the muscles as you inhale and exhale, and this allows you to really control the flow of the breath, keep it even, keep the oxygen level even in the blood while you're practicing. You can even apply this technique to walking as you go for your daily walk. So we can try that same breathing pattern again. So we inhale into our upper chest. You feel a slight lengthening in the spine. Then the belly softens as you get that full breath in. And the exhale, you draw the belly in first. Good, now 2 more times again and play with that little whisper sound. Stay with the breathing as I explain where we're going to go from here. We're going to move with our breath, and we'll try to apply that throughout all of our moves and all of our practice today, moving with the breath. So each movement lasts the length of the breath. So hands just resting comfortably on the knees. We're going to start to warm up the spine by doing some gentle spinal rotations. So start small, just explore this. Think of this as exploration in the body, getting to know our bodies. As we inhale, we start to circle forward. And then the exhale, we circle back. Now think of that directional breathing. We're inhaling into our upper chest. It's actually lengthening us here. On the exhale, we pull the belly back. That helps us to move back. So inhale forward. Exhale back, and you can even close your eyes with this one. Just feel the edges of that circle. Good. Complete this next exhale, and then change directions. Might feel completely different. One side it's very common for one side to be dramatically different than the other. So just go with it, don't push. Just exploring the edges. You can close the eyes again if that helps you to focus. Noticing any place in the body where you still might be holding on to some tension, some weakness. And without judgment, we're just going to work through it, do the best we can. Good, nice. Last one. We're going to come back to the center. Good, so come back to neutral. Stay with the breath. Come back to neutral. Check your feet. See if you need to make any adjustment. Good. Sitting up nice and tall without feeling really stiff, just enough to support you. Now let's do some shoulder rolls. We're going to warm our shoulders up today. So just simply start with shoulders. Roll them up and back. And up and back. And so this move, actually, this goes a little faster than our breath. So as long as you just maintain that complete inhale, that complete exhale, it doesn't have to necessarily match on this particular move. And now we're going to add elbows, bending elbows. Just circle them around, kind of see how that feels. Exploring the shoulder joints this morning, never going too far, never pushing. Just sort of see where those rough edges might be and see if we can breathe and kind of move through them. All right, expanding just a little bit further, we're actually going to extend the arms now and just that same movement. It doesn't have to match me exactly. It's your body. Do what you need. Good. Kind of notice where those little catches might be, honoring that. If it's a place of healing, there's no need to push. We're just going to move to the best of our ability, and maybe tomorrow will be a little better. Let's reverse. So now around, kind of just retracing our steps. Okay, so notice the posture. It's really easy on this one to sort of lose that neutral spine. So notice if you've done that, maybe you need to activate the abdominals to get the back in neutral alignment. Elbows, so we're going to bend the elbows. Rolling it around, probably feeling those shoulders by now. Of course, you're allowed to rest anytime you need it. Rest when needed. Rest when needed. Just keep breathing. Keep breathing and rest when needed. All right, maybe just 1 or 2 more here, and then we'll just go to those shoulders. Let the hands just relax back down on the lap and continue rolling forward. Very nice. Just take a moment now, and we could even rest with palms up. Allow the eyes to close, and I'll practice that Ujjayi breathing. That's that whisper breath. I'll practice that with you for 3 rounds. Good. Good, stay with the breath, and your breath might be a little faster, a little last a little longer than mine. We're all individual on that, so don't try to keep up with me. Do your own thing with that. Now we're going to continue with a little bit of work in the arms, working the upper back. So often we end up with a little bit of bad, poor posture, maybe sitting over a computer or just time. You know, we'll add that little roundness to our shoulders. So here's a way that we can work that area while we're sitting. So from that neutral position, again, very important, we're going to take the arms down to the sides and now reach them up. Just start reaching out and up. And that's right, an inhale on the way up. On the exhale, we're going to take the arms out, so we're sort of like a T. Good. Inhale here, we're going to bring our arms into 90 degrees, little bend in each elbow. And then exhale, bring the elbows in. Good. Inhale, bring the arms down to come up. Now let's change that up just a little bit. Point the palms forward now towards me, and now come into that little 90-degree angle first. Good, now palms up as we reach out, reach out. Now let's flex the wrists, coming in. Good, reach the arms down to come up. Here we go, inhale. Exhale, palms towards me. Inhale, palms up. And then exhale, bring it in. Now notice the shoulder blades on this. Now that we kind of have the arm movement, think of your shoulder blades, that upper back. Good. Kind of squeezing those shoulder blades together here. Palms up and reaching out. And then exhale, bringing them in. Hands come down to come up. Nice big inhale coming up. Exhale, exhaling completely. So it might be a little pause there. Inhale, palms up. And exhale. Good, here we go. Once more, just one more time. And if you're ready to rest, that's fine. Rest. You can watch us. Good. Watch me. Here we go. One more. Palms out. And now bring the arms in. It's like you're trying to touch your elbows together. And now completely relax. You can place those palms up, back of the hands on the lap, and take a couple of resting breaths right here. Okay, let's move on to some neck releases now. So you can place your palms down onto your thighs and just reassess your alignment. Good, nice and tall. Now we're just going to take our chin down towards our chest. So just let it fall naturally without rounding the shoulders. And think of this as just the weight of your head lengthening the muscles in the back of the neck. And as you come to your limit, to your edge, let your shoulder blades relax down. Notice if both shoulders are level. You can feel that. Stay with the breathing. And now just get a sense of floating your head up. So we'll lift our chin back up to neutral, just right back to that neutral place. And now right ear is going to just dip over towards the right shoulder. Now just feel that nice release all down the left side. Left shoulder relaxes a bit more. Of course, you don't have to go this far, right? You just go right till you start to feel the sensation and get that sense of release, that sense of relief. Floating the head back to the center. We're going to go over to the left now, so on the exhale. Good, and there's no sense of pushing here or stress. It's just right up to your edge. And then each time you exhale, sometimes that's where we find that added little bit of release we didn't know we had. And then here we go, just inhale, wait for your inhale. Come back to the center. Great, that should have helped release the tension that may have gathered in the neck. So we're going to do some lower body work now, and the first pose we're going to do is Virabhadrasana 2, so the second variation. So what I'd like you to try to do now is take this right leg, just open it up to the side, and we're going to look down and make sure that we have this 90-degree angle again. And you might need to scoot forward a little bit on your chair because we're going to try to straighten up this back leg, or we'll call it the back leg, the left leg in this case. And depending on your flexibility, you might be able to adjust and really come into a nice lunge here. You know, it's all up to you. Find what feels good to you. of particular concern and something we want to really protect here are the knees. So here's a couple of ways we're going to make sure that we do that with alignment. The first one I already mentioned, that's this 90-degree angle here, and we actually want to feel that foot. So hopefully your chair is low enough to the floor that you could press into the floor just like you were standing on the ground. All right, now the back leg to protect this knee. A lot of times you could see that, you know, you want to sort of dip in and we can start to feel maybe a bit of a strain here on the inner knee. Easy way to counter that is to use the energy and the muscles on the outer edge of the leg, kind of pushing out onto the baby toe side of that foot. And then we also ask this inner thigh to help us by contracting and sort of rolling open a little bit. And same thing here, rolling this open. It's an inner thigh opener. So we've got this nice pressure and we're opening our thighs. We've got a lot going on already, but now we're going to hopefully find a neutral spine. And now take those arms out about shoulder level. Okay, so just reach them out, extend them fully. They should be pretty straight here. Now, if it's okay with your neck, let's turn and look to that middle finger of the right hand. Good, here's where we're gonna take a nice inhale. Now we're gonna add another move. Keep the legs just where they are, but bring your forearm down to that active thigh and that left arm right over the ear. And you're gonna look kind of up to the sky. So inhale, return to warrior two. And exhale, this is extended side angle, Parshva Konasana. Take the arm over the head, look up. Good, once more with our warrior two. Now this time, let's concentrate on this a little bit. I know, reactivate the legs and maybe 2 more breaths and I'll join you for these. Now side angle, so on the exhale, forearm down, arm across the ear. Good, and start to notice again, you can probably notice me making a little adjustment there if you feel that you've got a bit of an arch going. Let's come back to neutral, lifting the right shoulder up a bit. So get a feeling of lifting with that left hand, like someone was helping you, lifting up with that left hand, bringing you right back up to warrior two. And a little release. Good, bring the legs together. You might even need to help them, that's okay. Come back to neutral. Just kind of notice the body taking maybe 1 or 2 resting breaths here. So opposite leg, right? We're going to open up the left knee, 90-degree angle, pushing down on that foot, rolling the inner thigh open. Might need to adjust and extend the right leg. Again, remember I mentioned before, one side can be dramatically different than the other, so don't gauge the weakness or the strength of one side based on what you did before, you know, what you did on the other side. So extending that right leg in this case, and remember how we protect the knee, we roll it open, outer edge of the baby toe side of the foot, and then activating the thigh here. Legs are working. Legs are working. Great, and then we're going to see if we can find neutral spine from this point, and then raise those arms up about shoulder level, and now depress the shoulders. Very easy to sort of come up in this one. So depress the shoulders, reach through the baby fingers, strong through the core, through the abs, and now gaze down that right middle finger of the left hand this time. So here we go with our movement. Here's our inhale, just get a little taller. On the exhale, remember you're pulling the belly in first, now we're going to reach across. Right there, just go that far, don't drop into it, and then inhale, come back up. So with control, with breath, feel the feet, feel the legs working, exhaling. Nice, so this time we'll come up and hold on to that warrior two for maybe a breath or two, and honestly, if the arms just get to be a little bit too much here, hands to the heart, or hands onto the hips. You know, find what works for you, do the portion of it that you can, and just save the rest for next time. All right, so here we go, side angle, forearm down, firm through the torso, reaching up and turn and gazing up towards the sky. Legs are still active. Now we're just gonna reach through the fingers of that right hand and reach up, reach up. Good, and now we can come out of this, and if you need to hold on to your chair, maybe even help those legs back into the center. Good. Find your center place on your chair. Feet firmly planted into the floor, and a couple of resting breaths in your own time. Now moving on to some more abdominal work. So this is a great way to work our abdominals, and we don't have to lay on the floor and do crunches. So the way we're going to start is, of course, just by reassessing, make sure that we've got our alignment set here. And just to start off, just sitting in this firm position is great for the abs, or for the core, I should say, not just abs, but we also incorporate the back muscles and the muscles on the side of the body as well. So let's just start with our arms on this movement first, and if the arm isn't appropriate for you, don't worry, we've got some leg movement coming up to add to it, and you can just do that part. But just to begin with the breath and the arm, start with the right arm. You can have it resting down to the side, and now reach it up on an inhale. Good. Exhaling, take it out to the side. Inhale back around to the front. And then exhale, release. So 2 more like that. Just inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Once more. Now we're going to add on to it. So you might need to rest this left hand onto the side of your chair, or just drop it down to your side. As we raise that right arm up, the left foot is just going to come off the floor, maybe a couple inches. Doesn't have to come up very high. On the exhale, we take the arm out and the leg goes out. Then we inhale, reach around to the front, bend the knee, and exhale. Good, here we go. We're going to do 4 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Two more. If you find any part of this a little bit too much, just break it down, do half. You know, do the arm, do the leg, whatever you need. This is your practice. We learn to make the practice our own, no matter how advanced we get in yoga. We make the practice our own to suit our individual needs on every given day. Good. There we go. So you probably really feel that one. It's a good obviously for the leg as well. Really focuses the core muscles, as I said. So we're going to do the other side, and just starting with the left arm as we did on the right side. Starting with the arm, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And noticing this through the shoulders. Inhale, we want to keep the shoulders kind of depressed, not sad, but relaxed, and out and around and down. So 3 more. Last one before we add the right leg. We're just going to keep moving. So if you remember, we take the right arm up and, left arm up and right knee. So I'm going to do 5. You join me for as many as you feel is appropriate for you today. Maybe 1 is the great accomplishment, and that's it. Be proud of yourself, be happy, and maybe 2 tomorrow. Firm belly. and releasing. So I say relax, but that doesn't mean slouch, right? Relaxing or neutral is always kind of coming back and maintaining that neutral spine. So we did a good bit of work for our core, and we're going to actually do a really nice twist now. Be mindful if you know that you have a back condition and any deep twisting might not really be the best for you. Just go a little ways, go until you just start to feel sensation, any pain, we just don't go there, right? So let's begin with our right hand over the left knee, and you just may need to scoot back a little or forward. Good, right hand over to the left knee, might be perfect, might be all you need today. But we're gonna go a little bit further if you'd like. We can raise the arm up, and now exhaling, we're gonna bring that hand down right behind us on the seat behind us. Now, if you feel like, wow, the back of the chair is in the way, just drape the arm over the back of the chair. So either way will work fine here. If you have your hand on the seat, this is actually a little bit of leverage. We press into the seat and sit up a little bit taller, inhaling. And on the exhale, let's just see if we can relax our hips and turn a little bit deeper. And take another breath in. Remember, we get a little taller. And then exhaling, now let's focus on the ribs, see if we can just let them go a little bit. And then once more on the inhale. Don't go any further if you don't want to, but if you're ready, roll that left shoulder back a little bit more, and then allowing the chin to follow. The chin stays parallel to the floor. Look towards me, wait for your inhale, and then unwind the whole body, coming back to neutral. Great, so we're actually contracting this side of our abdominals and stretching this side. It's really another way. We don't think often of that being abdominal work, but it is. It's also great for the back. So left hand over, reach up with the right arm, exhale, right hand goes into the seat behind you or drape it over the arm, or excuse me, over the back, sit up a little taller. And then we start with the hips on the exhale, just releasing through the hips. And now the ribs. And if you're ready to go a little deeper, you roll the shoulder back and let the gaze, even the eyes, roll back. Look towards me, then inhale and unwind. Taking a deep resting breath. Good, right back to the center. Very nice. We're going to move on to some sun salutations now, or a sun salutation. There's a lot of different variations of this. If you've ever practiced yoga, there's many different variations. I love the seated version. It's a great option, even if you're an advanced practitioner. This is still something that can be really nice to do this in a supported pose. There is a lot of forward folding in this. So I want you to think of support. Think of supporting yourself, especially low back. Forward folds can be a little contraindicated for low back if you're not supported, if you're not strong enough and you're not supported. So we'll use our hands for support. Don't ever think like you're just going to throw yourself into this or dangle in any way. There's always a little element of support in yoga, in this kind of yoga. So sitting up tall, and we'll just kind of go through it real easily. Just follow along. Anything that doesn't feel appropriate, wait for the next breath and follow the next position. It'll be fine. Good. So beginning from neutral, let's take hands down to the sides now. Hands down to our sides, just like we were standing in Tadasana or mountain pose. Tune into the breath. Now allow the next inhale to rise the arms up. Go as high as you can. If it's okay, bring the arms all the way up and maybe look up into those hands. On the exhale, remember how we draw the belly in? That's already starting to support the low back. And we bring our hands down to our knees or down to our shins and slide down. I'm holding on to support myself. Inhale, we're going to come up, we'll call it a half fold, so about halfway. Straighten the arms, lengthen the spine. Now on the exhale, I'm going to ask you to sit back and maybe bring that right knee with you. Just give it a little bit of a squeeze. Good. Inhale, firmly pressing the hands onto the lap or onto the knees, strong arms. Now this is like a little push-up. Bend your elbows, but squeeze your elbows close to your ribs and bend down. Just imagine yourself doing a push-up. Now inhale, now there's a little upper arch in the back, or a little arch in the upper back I meant to say. Slide the shoulders down, lift the chin, And now pull that belly in strongly and round the spine here. Inhale, more neutral position, and exhale, here comes that right knee again. So if it's available, we just pick it up, give it a little squeeze like a lunge. Good. Inhale, bring it back down. Exhale, returning to our forward fold or Uttanasana. Feel supported, you can use your hands. And we're going to come all the way up, looking up if it's available, and then hands, let's bring them down into the heart. Think of this as being balanced. We balance our breath, inhale and exhale. Just press your hands together evenly, let the shoulder blades drop, honor yourself, and just feel that sense of balance and sense of connection. We'll be picking up the left leg for the next round. Take the hands down and bring them up. Inhale here, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, use support on the knees. If that's better for you, let the hands slide down. Inhale, this is our half fold, extending the arms. And then exhale, we're going to bring our left leg up to us so you can sit back, finish that exhale. Perfect. Inhale, strong arms. Exhale, here's that push-up. Squeeze the elbows next to your ribs. Inhale, we're going to little arch in the upper back if that's okay. And then exhale, pull the belly in and round the back. Inhale, sitting tall, firm arms. Exhale, left knee comes up. And inhale, and exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, coming all the way back up to Urdhva Hastasana. That means upward hands, gazing up, and then bringing the hands down to your sides. Keep going. We're going to do it again on each side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, draw the belly in. You're already supporting your back, and then your hands add support. Then inhale, here's our half fold. And then exhale, as we sit back, we're going to bring that right knee with us. Good. Inhale, long, straight arms. Exhale, hinge the elbows, kind of squeeze them next to the ribs. Inhale, we're going to do a little arch in the back. Lift the chin. Exhale, round the back, releasing tension. Inhale, nice strong arms, sit up tall. And exhale, bring that right knee up. Inhale here. Here's the fold. So draw the belly in, supports the back, support your fold with your hands. Coming all the way up now, all the way up, return to the beginning. Hands down to your sides. Okay, left side, here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bring the left knee with you, or sit back and then take the left knee. Inhale, strong arms. Exhale, a little fold, a little push up. Inhale, scooping, shoulders down. Exhale, rounding. Sitting tall, lengthening the arms. And then exhale, it's that left knee that comes to join us. Inhale, here's the forward fold. And then use your hands if you need to. We're going to come all the way back up. And arms down to your sides. All right, so just once more on each side. Let's really get a feel for this. Inhale. Exhale. If you've had enough, sit and breathe with us. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, sitting back, taking the right knee with us. Inhale, come to straight arms, and here's our little push-up. Exhale. Open the heart. Think of lifting your heart up towards the sky, and then exhale, pull the belly button back to the spine. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, it's right knee. Inhale. Fold forward. Come to standing, come to Urdhva Hastasana. Coming all the way up. So not really standing. Arms down to your sides. Good. Left side, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. left leg comes with us. Strong belly, strong abs, good. And fold forward. And it's our little push-up. Now open the heart, lift the heart up, and pull the belly button in, rounding. Sitting nice and tall, firm, and now that left leg is going to come up. Here's our last lunge. Inhale, and our last forward fold. And then returning to the beginning, taking the arms out to come up. And this time we'll bring our hands into our heart, sort of sealing it all in. And we'll take our resting breaths here. So again, feel this, pressing one hand against the other evenly, thumbs pressing into the sternum. Neutral alignment. You can bow the head slightly, close the eyes, or just gaze towards the floor. Kind of connect to your heart, probably feel that little raise in your heart rate. And the next time you exhale, just relax the hands down onto the knees. Good, so let's kind of reassess here. Make sure the feet are on the floor evenly. Get a sense of that, those all four corners of your feet pressed in the floor evenly. The next pose we're going to do is a lion pose. So we're going to roar like a lion, but it's roar with our breath. So we don't use the vocal cords as much. This pose is great to release tension in the jaw. It also helps the eyes and particularly the platysma, the group of muscles in the neck, that kind of support our skin under our neck. So we're going to do this 3 times. Don't worry, I can't see you. If you feel a little silly, don't worry about it. Nobody's watching, all right? And if they are there, if you have someone with you, they're probably close enough to you that it doesn't matter. Make them do it with you. So the hands are going to come down onto, kind of out to the edge of our knees if we can get there, just because we want to have nice long arms. And I'm going to fan my fingers out and stretch them out as far as I can, like think of these as being the claws of the lion. And then we're going to lean forward into this and lift our chin up. This is really active. Shoulder blades roll down. Then we're going to open our mouth, stick out our tongue, roll the eyes up, and roar like a lion. So I know a lot of words, but this is what it looks like. Good, so you may have noticed at the very end there, I really was trying to push just every little bit of air out of the lungs. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep exhaling until we just feel like there's just nothing left until we get a little eager for the inhale. So let's try it together. We're going to do it twice now. So arms out, fingers nice and long. There's your claws. Come forward as you take an inhale. Inhale. Exhale here, a little resting breath. Here's the last one. Exhale, resting. And 2 more resting breaths. Just feel that energy. That's really kind of a strong pose. Feel the energy. You might feel it all the way out to your fingers and toes. Good, now we can sit back a little bit in our chair if you feel like you need a little support. We still want to remain neutral. But the next pose now, we're going to move on to just doing some really great eye exercises. So begin by just raising your right arm out, and then bend the elbow, 90-degree bend, and now drop it over to a diagonal. So now we're going to look up towards our fingertips and down towards our elbow. So we want to do this actually without moving. So I move slightly then. So think of straight forward with the gaze, and then just the eyes. Up, down. Fingers, elbows, up, down, up, down, up, down. 4 more times. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now rest the arms. Now we're just going to keep that same straight gaze and just go up and down from here. So roll up, down, up, down, up, down, up and down, and then 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Side to side, so left and right, left, right, as far as you can. Okay, 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now close the eyes, and I want you to rub your hands together. And this may take 10 to 20 seconds. Just do the best you can. Rub them together, and you want to create, actually really generate some heat. Generate some heat. Right, so now that the palms are nice and warm, hopefully, we're just going to cup them. We're not going to push on the eyes. We're just going to cup them over the eyes so that maybe you feel some of that warmth around the eye socket, soothing any tension that may have gathered in the eyes. If you ever feel eye strain, this is wonderful and really nice. You could even rest your elbows on a table or on a desk and soothe eye strain. Great. Now just feel like you're just washing that warmth and that sense of release over your eyes, over your face, and back down to the lap. And now sit back into your chair. So here comes that period of relaxation. Okay, so traditionally done on the floor. This is a time when you could actually get up out of this hard chair, move to your recliner, recline on the couch, whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. And this is it's actually training yourself to relax. So the mind stays alert and aware and observes the body in this physical state of relaxation. So it's important to not think of this as just like a way to get to sleep. You know, we really want to keep the mind alert and kind of be the observer, almost like we're outside watching in, if you will. So make yourself comfortable. You're just going to sit back in the chair here, relax the arms down wherever they're going to be most comfortable, and then turn the palms up. Turning the palms up. Good, letting the shoulder blades slide down. And now we just suspend that active kind of whispering breath, and we just go back to our normal breath. Think of sleeping breath. If you've ever watched a sleeping baby, think of the breath being that soft and that quiet. And be aware of now the sensations around your forehead and the scalp. Notice any tension behind the eyes, around the eyes. Noticing your ears, your cheeks, and now softening the jaw, separating the teeth slightly, and softening the sides of the tongue. Allowing the throat to relax, the collarbones, the neck. And we'll just encourage or invite that warm, relaxed feeling now to move down through the shoulders. Feel it generating down the arms, out through the hands and to the tips of the fingers. Now bring the awareness to your heart center, and if you'll take a nice deep breath in, just imagine creating a sense of spaciousness around your heart, letting go of all tension when you exhale, relaxing the chest, the back, the ribs. And same thing in this navel center now. Think of the belly and notice any tension you might be holding on to there. And as you exhale, just let it drain away. Relaxing the lower abdominals, the tailbone. And just now notice this warm, relaxed feeling. It's just automatically moving into your thighs, relaxing your knees, the lower legs, the feet, and out to the toes. And if you're comfortable here, you can stay here for 10 or 15 minutes. We'll just take a few soft breaths here. And you want to shift your mind to that place in between thoughts. Almost like a state of limbo, again, where you can just be the observer. Noticing the sense of complete release. Heightened awareness. Good, now remain there, as I said, for a few minutes if you'd like, or if you'd like to come back around with me, we're going to move our fingers and toes. And maybe rotate the wrist and ankles. can even give the arms a stretch up. You can open the eyes if they're ready. You don't have to force them. And exhaling, just bringing those hands back down. Let's take our right hand to our chest, left hand to the belly. Remember where we started today? This could be a little more relaxed seating, but just still try to be mindful of your alignment here. So that same, it's called Ujjayi breath. We're going to do about 8 to 10 rounds of this. So I'll do it with you. As I said, right hand on chest, left hand on the belly, and that's kind of to help us to feel the movement of the breath. And we're going to contract it, make that whispering sound. You can close your eyes. Relaxing the hands down again. Let's actually make a little bowl with the hands. Right hand on top of the left. Let the thumb tips touch. And just rest the hands in your lap. Let your breath soften again, your natural, normal breathing. And now see if you can go ahead and close the eyes, but see if you can go back to that place in between thoughts. That kind of that suspended place. Just observe. Remain here as long as you like. Or you can come back around. Take another deep breath in here, raising the arms up. And bringing the hands into your heart. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, namaste.